All right, another segment of T-ster Talk. Oh, my Huskers, oh, my Huskers, oh, my Huskers. Go Big Red. As you can see, I'm a huge Nebraska Cornhusker fan. I just want to get right to it. I turned the game on, which is unusual on a Friday for them to play. And they were looking really bad. I mean, really bad. Offense was sputtering. They couldn't tackle. Guys were out of position. Special teams were just messed up. And they were struggling. The offensive line was really struggling. We couldn't pass protect. We couldn't run. Couldn't do anything right in the first half against Rutgers. And I don't know if it was just a short week and they had to travel. This is, I believe, their first Big Ten game that they had on the road. And for them to be starting over like this with a new head coach, interim head coach, and a new staff, and pretty much everything's been awash in Nebraska. We had to fire our head coach, Scott Frost, earlier this season. We started off really bad. But after the change that was much needed, we have won 2 straight games in the Big Ten. And that's huge for us because we really haven't done anything since about 97 or since we joined the Big Ten. And we are a football factory. And everybody who's from Nebraska, which I am, shout out to Omaha. That's where I used to live. We really, really are passionate about Nebraska football. And we used to be on top of the world years ago. And we're trying to get our foothold back into what we used to have. And it's been a struggle, just like a lot of universities have struggled and colleges have struggled. But, in Nebraska, there's just something, nothing other like this place. People are genuine, and they just want to win. There's no professional sports there. All they have mostly is a football team. And it's a wonderful state. It's a wonderful place. Omaha, Lincoln, and the surrounding cities, it's just beautiful country. And I'm just happy that my dad decided to move there years ago when I was a kid. And as I moved on, I still carried that Nebraska passion with me and never left me. As you can see, I still have my gear, still have my watch. Everything is Huskers. So I feel good when they win. I feel bad when they lose. It's all a game, but, it's just something about Nebraska that's special. So anyway, just getting right into it. The game started off, like I said, very slow. But when they got to the second half, I don't know what happens. The adjustments were made. The speeches at the halftime were perfect. They came out like another team. And they were down 13-0 at halftime. And then the defense stepped up. Whatever they did, like I said, they made adjustments. It was wonderful to see them playing hard, being in position to make a tackle. You can't stop the offense all the time. But it's that bend don't break type of situation for the defense, and they did not break. And I don't know what happened on the front end. It was hard to watch. I mean, I even thought about turning the channel. That's how bad it was. But being a loyal fan, I stuck with my team. And the results were that they started to play much better. Much better. The offensive line started to block a little bit. We had not the running game there, but, we did suffer a punt block early in the first half that caused a few points. But the defense then, held them to 3 points, which was crucial now you look back at it. Because if they gave up 7 at that point, a touchdown, we probably would have lost the game. So when you look back at it, the defense really did its job primarily to hold up the offensive, struggles. So moving forward to third quarter, they were just flying all over. The defense was getting to the ball. They were making, sacks. If the receiver caught it, they were keeping them short of, first down. And then all of a sudden, Rutgers had to punt the ball, which is great. We were in better field position. That enabled us to go down the field and then get a touchdown. We got a touchdown on a nice scoring play drive with 27 yards in the end zone. Nice pass to our beloved tight end. And that got the ball rolling. It's 13-7. After that, the defense, it was back and forth. They both punted. Offensive sputtered here and there. Their offensive sputtered, but the defense was still keeping them intact. enough for us to gain the momentum when it counted. Here comes the fourth quarter. All's not lost. There was no panic on our side. The coaching staff, the offensive coordinator was calling a great game with what he had. We have bona fide stars on there. Thompson, the quarterback, is good. The receiver Palmer, he is excellent. We got ballers on there. The running game, we got guys on there who are going to go to the NFL. And so when you have that talent, you have to use it. You have to use it in the right way. These guys just need to be put in the right position so they can succeed. We have the talent, no question about it. Moving on to the fourth quarter. Like I said, everything's rolling around. It's 13-7 at this point. Run down the clock, run down the clock, run down the clock, back and forth, punt, punt, punt. Next thing you know, we got the possession, and we scored on that possession. Now it's 14-13. Now remember what I said, going back to that block punt earlier, they held them to just 3, which keeps the score where it is, 14-13. Now, I just want to mention, what's strange about all this is that the quarterback for Rutgers was our former quarterback. It was just unbelievable how he just showed really good progress when he was our quarterback. I don't know what happened, but he felt the need to transfer and go to Rutgers, which, more power to him. He was throwing the ball accurately, really a good quarterback, and wish him well. But on this night, we caused him a lot of headaches on the fourth quarter. He ended up throwing 2 interceptions near the end, and it cost them, especially at the very end where we had to do what we needed to do. And it was wonderful, wonderful to see that they actually got a victory. When it was a close game, they usually lose those games. But this time, we had to do what we had to do. And we got the victory. The coaching staff never panicked. And it was wonderful, wonderful to see the score on our side say W. Now, it's one victory, yes. We got a little bit more to go. There's obviously more training to do. They can do a better job of just getting people in position. The defense needs to step up a little quicker. The offense needs to find a way to run the ball, protect the quarterback, and just do different things. But those things are going to come in time. But we appreciate all the hard work and effort they are putting in. It makes a difference when your team is winning and looking good while they're winning, because there's nothing worse than watching a game like we saw the other night, the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Boring, and it was the worst ratings probably ever for them. So anyway, go back to the Huskers. I love my team. I always have been there for my team, and another victory is making me feel really good. I appreciate your time, and I just want to make sure you all understand you guys can be Husker fans too if you want to. I'm recruiting you, but if you like what I'm saying here, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I'm starting a new channel, and I want this to be successful. I will be covering all kind of topics, not just Nebraska, all NFL, you name it, any kind of sport you want to talk about, relationships. I'll be talking about politics. I'll be talking about geography things, anything that you want to discuss and hear, all kind of things that are going on in the world that I hear on social media. It's just a broad range of stuff that I want to discuss. So please join me in this journey, and I appreciate it. Take care and go Big Red.